So welcome students to this new video lecture. In this lecture I will explain to you isothermal process. Just a recap of what we did earlier. We studied constant volume changes, constant pressure changes, and we did that numerical 3.2 and the part first of that numerical was related to these changes, and you very well know that how this is shown on the PV diagram. Always you will draw this kind of diagram so that you can very well visualize the thing that is happening, and these are the points that will make the changes between these are the states of the gas, and between these states you have to change. So from 1 to 2 you have to go. So what you can do first process, you can have a process like this. This is the constant volume process because the volume is constant, and after then you will go this way from here to here. This is the constant pressure process, and we have solved a numerical for that. Now in the same numerical 3.2 they are saying that you can make change following this path also, and this is a constant temperature path. This path is constant temperature path. Whenever you will go in the change with constant temperature, you will go like this. You will see that the change will come like this. Okay, so in this lecture we will discuss this path, and always in this kind of calculations you have to find out what is the total internal energy change, total enthalpy change, what is the work done, and what is the heat transfer. So these four data you have to calculate in your numerical problems. You will have to calculate these quantities. Okay, now again I would like to recap the formula that are used, basic formula that will be used in thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics, du is equal to dq plus dw. I am writing this formula again and again so that it can go into the memory. Number 2 is the work formula, minus pdv. Number 3 was the enthalpy. Many times you will need this calculation also, and the change in enthalpy will be given by this. And number 5 is, and all these formula now we are discussing for ideal gas. And ideal gas, what is ideal gas? In this ideal gas, molecules are very much far away from each other, and they don't have any effect on each other. And if you have some gas that is very much compressed at high pressure, you will see the scene is like this, and this is called real gas. In this case you cannot use this formula, so we are discussing this time in this simple case of ideal gas. So for ideal gas, this is also very important formula. Number 6 is Cp dt. What is here Cv? Cv is heat capacity at constant volume, and Cp is heat capacity at constant pressure. So why I am mentioning this point? Because for ideal gas both these two formula is valid, but if you will take real gas, then you will find that you can use this equation only for constant volume pressure, constant volume process, and this only for constant pressure process. But here for ideal gas both the equations will be true. That is the important point. And number 7 is dq is equal to du. This will be true only for, very important point, This is true only for constant volume process. This is actually du, constant volume process, not for all the process. Number 8 is dq is equal to dh. It is only for constant pressure process, even if you are taking ideal gas. So take care of these two formula when you are calculating heat. Then you can use this formula only for constant volume and constant pressure, this for constant pressure process. But now here we are dealing with isothermal process, so we will not be able to use this formula here, and these formula are valid for all the processes. So isothermal process, we will use these 6 formula. So we come to the isothermal process now. What is an isothermal process? Isothermal process is when the temperature is constant. Okay, you know this very well. Now I am drawing some figure. So for explaining isothermal process, I have drawn here this figure. Here this is your cylinder in which you have this piston, and over that piston you will put weight, so that desired pressure can be created. Suppose the pressure, this weight creates P1, and for isothermal process you need to keep your cylinder at constant temperature. That is the main condition. Suppose we have to keep the temperature at 25 degrees centigrade, so you will put it in some water so that you can maintain the temperature at 25 degrees centigrade. It is called isothermal bath. Isothermal bath, it can be some oil or it can be water, but what you need to do is that you have to maintain this temperature at 25 degrees centigrade. You can do it by cooling or heating. If the process is such that it will cool the gas, then you will supply heat to this water so that temperature can be maintained at 25 degrees centigrade. It is done by some automatic process, so that at this time you don't need to know all this process, that how to maintain the temperature 25 degrees centigrade. Just keep in mind that temperature of this water is kept at 25 degrees centigrade by some process. Okay, so here also you will have this water, and here also it will be at 25 degrees centigrade. Now you have to change the state of this gas that is inside here. This gas is here. How you will change the state of this gas, because you cannot supply now heat this way. How will you change the state? For changing the state you need to change the pressure actually. Suppose you put a double press, you create it this way, that you put same weight, one more weight over it. So what will happen? You can imagine that this piston will go down, because the pressure will increase and the volume will go down, and the final state will be like this. The piston will come here, and you will see that because you have put this much weight, so the pressure now inside it P2, and whatever heat it will create by compression, you will take this heat out through this process, so that the temperature can be maintained 25 degrees centigrade. So this is your process. From 1 to 2 you have changed this state, and this your system has come this way, and here heat will be produced because you are changing the volume. W will be there, work will be there, and there will be change in internal energy, there will be change in enthalpy. So these 4 quantities you need to calculate for this process. I already told you that there are 4 quantities that you need to calculate, and on the graph, if you want to show this process, you will show it like this way, 1 and 2. Okay, Now we will concentrate our attention how to calculate these values. First we take this what change in internal energy there is. So we are going to the list of our formula, and here we come to this formula because this is the change in internal energy. Here we see that it's multiplied by dt, and in the isothermal process dt is 0. So you can say that du is equal to 0, and if you will integrate it, you will find that it is 0. And the same thing is true for enthalpy also. This is 0, so dH is equal to 0 and change in enthalpy is 0. So here if you will come for this process, du is equal to 0 and dH is equal to 0. Two results we have got. Now we are coming to our heat change. What heat will transfer means here it will transfer or process, it will be given, maybe given or maybe transferred, but the definition of this Q is heat given to the system. So we will not show it this way, but we will show the sign this way, because this is the definition and it can be negative. If heat is coming out, then Q, the numerical value of Q will be negative. All you know all these mathematical things. So now we will concentrate our attention to the dq, what heat is transferred, and this formula we cannot apply here because it is only for constant volume and constant pressure. So we will here use this formula because heat is coming here and this formula. So how we can use this formula I will discuss it here, and in next video I will discuss all these things.